Hey everyone, how's it going? Arcanome here again, as usual. Today I'm bringing you another Champion Showcase video. It's going to be the third battle that I had as the PAX Pokemon League Champion at PAX Prime a few weeks ago. As you can see, it's going up against Ruppy. Now, taking a look at his team, it's a pretty interesting Pokemon on there. Some things you don't see very often, some things I've never seen before, and that Miss Magius. Uh, not a extreme amount of power like you often see, but definitely this potential on this team. Some really cool Pokemon, uh, especially recently with new megas and hidden ability and all that. So going down the line, as I mentioned, that Miss Magius, nothing I haven't really battled before. I haven't seen a Miss Magius used, and I don't really know what to expect from it. I'm thinking maybe some kind of like a support type Pokemon, maybe like a Will-O-Wisp or some kind of defensive build like that. Then we see the Hydreigon, which is going to be a very strong, specially offensive Pokemon. It's fast and it's got high special attack. I think sometimes we see it with choice specs, which is going to give it, an even stronger attacks. So something that you don't want to be taking hits from if you can avoid it, but it can be hard to avoid because it's got good speed. Then we see the Feraligatr, which recently had his hidden ability released, which is the Sheer Force ability. So all of his moves with secondary effects are going to become more powerful, but they lose those special effects. So I'm expecting, like Waterfall is a pretty strong one. Maybe like a Crunch or a Nice Fang or something like that. Often comes with Dragon Dance as well. Get him a little extra speed, which you could use, and more attack is always good, unless you're being hit by foul play. But Sheer Force also allows you to hold a Life Orb without taking damage for attacking, which adds an extra 30% to your attack power. So Feraligatr, definitely very strong physically offensive Pokemon. Next up is the Nidoking. It's another Sheer Force Pokemon, and I believe can go either physical or special. I believe it's the more offensive of the two between Nidoking and Nidoqueen, so usually it's offensive. And I think the specially offensive uses the Sheer Force ability better, so I think that's the one that you see more often. It's a little bit more powerful with the Sheer Force. Then we see the Ferrothorn. It's a pretty bulky Pokemon. It has the potential for hazards, spikes, Stealth Rock. It might get Sticky Web, although I don't believe that's very common on a Fortress. Then we see the Pidgeot, which I know is going to be his Mega, just by looking at the team. I like Mega Pidgeot. Pidgeot is my favorite of the birds, in the starting area every generation. That's my favorite one. I was glad to see it got a Mega. It's not extremely powerful. Its base stat total was a little low to begin with, and then when it added 100 from the Mega, it's decent. Again, not incredibly strong or anything, but you can definitely make good use of it. I used one on my team at PAX East this year, and I had some good luck. The main thing it does really is use Hurricane. Because of his ability, every attack that he does hits. It does have the downside that every attack hits him, so he can't dodge, his opponents can't dodge. So a bit of a double-edged sword. But with Hurricane, which is typically, I believe, a 70% accuracy, it's now going to hit every time. And Hurricane is a very strong move, very high power. It's going to get stabbed with Mega Pidgeot, and also has that 30% chance to confuse, which is pretty high chance of the secondary effect, and confusion can really help you out sometimes. You're not taking damage, your opponent's taking a little extra, so it can definitely be very strong. Thing about Mega Pidgeot is it's a bit of a one-trick pony. Other than Hurricane, it doesn't have a whole lot that it can do. Its move pool is pretty shallow. The other move that I think you typically see is Heat Wave. That takes advantage of his ability, so it's guaranteed to hit. Gives a little bit of type coverage. Other than that, not a whole lot of special options open to Mega Pidgeot, which really kind of stinks. I know on mine I put U-turn, where it's fast enough that when it's Mega'd, it can probably get that U-turn off and get out of there. It's not going to do a whole lot of damage, because it is physical, but it's going to do a little bit and allow him to get out of there. So that's, you know, a little better than just a straight switch. You can also put Tailwind down there, help out, you know, the rest of your team coming in after you for a few turns. Possibly Roost, so you can heal up, maybe lose the flying type, which can help you with weaknesses and stuff like that. Although its defenses aren't great, so you would prefer not to have it take any hits. So let's get this battle started, and we'll see how it goes. So you see, Ruppy's going to start with Old Friend, his Pidgeot. I'm starting with my Scolipede, which is pretty typical start. Probably everyone's going to be expecting that. So we see he's going to go for the Mega Evolution. And there's that Hurricane. It's going to be very good against Scolipede, with Scolipede being a bug type. Fortunately for me, I do have that Focus Sash that's going to allow me to take the hit, but I do get confused. So there's that 30% chance to confuse coming in, which can be really annoying. Fortunately, I do get the Swords Dance off, so that's going to put me at +2, and then get the speed boost. Now, that's going to allow me to go first, which here is going to help me out because I can't take another hit. Luckily, I wasn't confused, so I'm able to Baton Pass a +2 out to my Dragonite. Now, typically, I don't switch to my Dragonite. I want him to come in just at the beginning of a turn so he doesn't take any damage. But Mega Pidgeot I knew wasn't going to have really anything that could really hurt Dragonite, so it was going to be pretty much a free switch no matter what. So my Dragonite does come in, +1 speed, +2 attack. Also gets that confusion. And I went for the Dragon Claw, because that would have been the best move against Mega Pidgeot. He does see that coming and switches out to the Ferrothorn, which is going to take that very well. It's also going to take that Earthquake pretty well, so only neutral damage. I don't have Fire Punch on this Dragonite, which I do carry on the Dragonite that I use the most often. This one I switched that out for Extreme Speed. So he's going to set up that Stealth Rock, which isn't as big a deal now that my Dragonite is out on the field. So the big thing with Stealth Rock is my Dragonite's multi-scale being broken by it. It's still a bit of a nuisance, but my multi-scale doesn't really matter at this point. So with my +2, I'm going to be able to one-shot that for Alligator. It's not really going to be able to get started at all, which is good for me. Now, here he goes for the Dazzling Gleam, which was probably actually a mistake. That is going to put me at +4 attack, +1 speed. So at this point, I'm doing a ton of damage. I've got some extra speed, plus I have extreme speed if I need it. So that Miss Magius is going to go down, and then he comes back in with Mega Pidgeot. That's going to go down as well. Now, I know Nidoking can often carry Ice Beam, so I'm going to switch out my Dragonite, go to my Scolipede. She's going to get knocked out by the Stealth Rock, but that's not going to matter. He would have been knocked out by this Ice Beam anyway. That's going to give me a free switch. So I'm going to come in with my Arcanine here. I'm going to take some Stealth Rock damage. Now he's going to take the Earth Power, which is especially offensive move. My Arcanine is physically defensive, so it's not going to take that. So the Arcanine goes down. So I come in with the Howlucha, and I'm going to go for the Sky Attack. It's a very strong move. It's got Stab. It's a 30% chance to flinch. With the Power Herb, it activates right on the first turn. And when I use the Power Herb, it activates my Unburden, so now my speed is doubled. So there, I kind of got lucky with the flinch which is kind of nice. It's going to allow me to finish off the Nidoking with an Acrobatics, which is a nice combo with Unburden because it doubles in power when you don't have a hold item. So that's going to become 110 power, which is really strong. Now the Hydreigon is Dark type, so the high jump kick is going to be plenty to take care of that. And that's going to be the end of the battle. Unfortunately for Ruppy, wasn't able to get the win against me. This battle, though, was, I believe, on the third day. So he's the third person to reach me on the third day. So PAX Prime's 4 days is one more day. So he does come back for a rematch. Again, I'm not going to tell you how that one came out, how that one turned out. I'm going to upload that video as well. But good try by Ruppy. I liked his team. I like seeing the Mega Pidgeot. For Alligator's pretty cool. Didn't get to stick around a whole lot, though. That's going to do it for that battle. Hope you all enjoyed it. As usual, links to everywhere you can find us on social media and all that good stuff will be down in the description below. Would really appreciate it if you check out all those links. Follow us on Twitter and everything. Twitter's the best place to get notifications, more info about everything that we're doing. If you are going to PAX South and are interested in being a PAX Pokemon League gym leader there, applications are open right now. They will be open for about another 3 weeks, I think. I believe tickets went on sale last Wednesday. Applications open that night, and you have a month total to submit your application. So there should be 3 weeks left. You know, whatever you submit right now isn't final. You can save the link, go back, make some changes, and all that stuff. But make sure that it's finalized before the applications close. It will probably give you the date on the article on the website. So if you click on the website link, paxpokemonleague.net, it's the first article there right now. So go check that out if you're interested. Highly recommend being a gym leader if you have any interest. It's a lot of fun. Although I do recommend being a challenger as well. So that's also a lot of fun. So thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you all next time.